Good morning. It's 10 o'clock. Hope you guys enjoy my show I made. Yes, I have made 4 videos. It was really long. I'll talk for maybe 45 minutes. That's enough. But I have 3 smokes left. So I can watch the show with my 3 smokes. And around like 11, 12, I'll get my 20 pack of smokes. Yeah. Off today, but I work tomorrow. Didn't tease right. All you gotta do, Ivan, is just what? You go to work, wake up in the morning, you go to work. Before you know it, it's 2:30, 2:40, you're done your shift, and you get your 6 days off again. I work again next Wednesday, and then 2 weeks from now, I get paid by like $200 at Denty's, right? This time I only got like a $100 check, because I only worked once, but 2 weeks from now, I get a $200 check, obviously. Yeah. Oh, you're calling blow hot water. Oh yeah, blow hot water. Just like hypothetically speaking, if I started the SHL Pro Hockey League, it would blow the NHL out of the water. Skies for Entertainment will blow Hollywood out of the water. Higher paying work, better perks, bigger budget movies. It's a better company than Hollywood. If you want movies on the same quality as Hollywood, you have to cast the Hollywood actors. And you have to hire Hollywood producers, screenwriters, and directors if you want to get the same quality as Hollywood. That's why I'm going to have Hollywood screenwriters, producers, directors work for my movie. That way you get the same quality, and have Hollywood actors star in your movie, and you'll get the same quality as Hollywood. If not better, because I'm paying them more, and they're going to work harder than me, obviously. Nice and sour. Yeah. Yeah. BJ's fucking a guy right now. That's why I can't take this bitch seriously, man. She's a fucking crazy woman. Cries on my lawn, and immediately after she cries, she fucks the guys after that. She's fucking crazy, that woman, man. And you really expect me to listen to you, BJ, when I get a girlfriend? You're fucking crazy. Yeah. Yeah. The Gates know you did it. Yeah, the Gates know I did it. I finished Xanus' book. I own the rights to that. I have the keys. That's billions for me to VJ. The Gates know I did, obviously. The Gates know I did. That's why they wanted to sell. Because they want to guard, yeah, we want to guard the door on Ivan's book and his career. And we want to destroy his relationship with his wife, obviously. Because they envy my relationship with VJ too, right? You guys already destroyed my relationship with my wife, man. You caused that mess where me and VJ can never look back. We can't talk about the past, man. You already destroyed my relationship with my wife, and now you also want to share after causing that mess. That's how I know you guys are obviously blinded by your envy. Yeah, we're blinded by our envy. We want to destroy your relationship with your wife, completely destroy it. After causing that horrific mess in your life, we also want you to share forever with the world. That way, your relationship's completely destroyed with VJ. Because you envy. Yeah, we're blind by envy. You guys are the perfect couple. You have to pay to be together or share. Yeah. You guys are a master of crazy people. That's why you don't deserve to be saved. And you don't deserve to see my father. There we go. I'm proving the point why you guys deserve to see hell because you're wicked people. Yeah. Even though we made Ivan pay the food, we never saw his father. Yeah, you're never gonna see my father. Never gonna happen. Yeah. Yeah, we saw Ivan bang a chick, but like his father ran away. He blocks out the screen. We don't see his father. It's BSX. Yes, BSX. Finally, Agent Mike Ivan set the whole thing up. It's a setup, man. Like we got BSX from behind VJ. Yeah, you got BSX from behind VJ. Never saw spirits. BSX from behind VJ. Come on. Sarah. I hope I get that government check. Sometimes I get 2 checks from the government, right? Last time I got 2 checks. I got my $130 check and I got another $200 check from the government. I hope I get my check this week, but I don't know. Maybe not. Yeah. If I get that check, I'm going to get 6 beers. And I'll probably get Snack Shack. No, I'll get slices. Slices are cheaper. It's only $11.55 slices. The slices are getting annoying, obviously. Ivan says, will Peter Jackson will tell you that your story is better than Lord of the Rings? Yeah, he will, man. Yeah, Ivan, I read your book, man. You're looking at a brand movie trilogy, My Lord of the Rings, Ivan. This is going to be the greatest story we're told. I know, Peter, relax, calm down. Peter's a nerd. Yeah, and he works much harder for me than he even did Lord of the Rings, man. Because I'm paying him way more money than what he made for Lord of the Rings. I gave him his freedom too. But you have to pay a heavy price to make that $250, man. Yeah, man. Do the Hollywood celebrities have to keep quiet about what about the dirty shit? Of course they do. They have to keep quiet, obviously. They want to have a successful career. They have to keep quiet. That's how it works, right? Obviously. You have to pay a price to make your money now. That's how it works, right? Whereas for my company, you don't pay any price. The only price you pay is you now have to put up with the fame. Once you're in that movie, you're going to be world famous for the rest of your life. If you want to call that a price, yeah, you have to put up with the crazy fame. Obviously, that's the only price you're paying. But like for my company, the actors don't pay to make their money. They get their freedom. With me, VJ, I don't make them do anything. Yeah, you get to make all that money and you get your freedom. Obviously, that's why they're going to work harder for me. paying them more than what they're paying Hollywood, you're the better person. I gave them the freedom. You do that, Ivan, the Hollywood actors are gonna appreciate you a lot. Holy shit, man, Ivan's a good man. He's a good king. He doesn't let his money and his power corrupt him. No, I don't. When you give the Hollywood actors the freedom, they're gonna work harder for you, Ivan. Much harder than even Hollywood. Yeah, that's why when I offer Peter Jackson that contract or Mel Gibson, they might tear up and cry. Because they know in Hollywood they're never gonna get a deal like that. That's a dream deal, right? Yeah, Peter Jackson might be like, Ivan, thank you. Holy shit, Ivan, you signed me to a $1.3 billion deal. You're giving me my freedom, Ivan? Like, he's shocked because in Hollywood that would never happen. He has to pay a heavy price to make that money. Yeah, the more money you make, the heavier of a price you pay. That's how it works in Hollywood, right? Yeah. That's why the A-list, the bigger A-list actors, they have it worse than the other guys, obviously. Because they make more money, they pay a heavy price, yeah. That's how it works in Hollywood, right? Yeah, and that's one reason why they don't get word, because they work their ass off to get to where they are. Obviously, they work so hard, son. Really hard to get to where they are, and that's why they don't get word, man, because they work their ass off. Their asses off, man, to get to where they are. Don't hate him, son. Yeah. Some Sarah. Yeah. Well, Peter Jackson separate deal. Of course he will. He doesn't make that Hollywood. He only made $250 million for Lord of the Rings, man. And for The Hobbit, he made around like 200 something million too. I heard. Peter. So he's making more than his combined earnings for The Hobbit and Lord of the Rings. Peter Jackson's combined earning for The Hobbit and Lord of the Rings is probably about $450 million around there. $480 million, and he's making more than double what he made for both franchises. 1.3 billion deal, 1.6 billion his his own money. It's a huge deal Peter signed. He's like, holy shit, Ivan, that's a lot of gold. Like with this money, I could retire Ivan after the movie. Yeah, Peter. I paid Peter so much money, he can just retire after he does Xanus. He doesn't have to work in Hollywood again after that. And he might tell me, yeah, Ivan, I'm done. I don't want to work in Hollywood. I'm retiring as a director. I achieved my dream. I made more money after the movie. I'm going to retire, Ivan. I might retire Peter after Xanus. Melt too. And they might cry when I offer my contract. I'm online, guys, because they know in Hollywood to make that money, they have to pay a heavy price for that. Man, with my company, they get their freedom. That's why they're like, yeah, Ivan's the best boss ever, man. He's a fucking clean, good man, good businessman. He's not dirty. He doesn't let his money and power corrupt him. No, I don't. I'm never gonna let money and power corrupt who I am. It's just against my nature to be dirty. I'm not gonna be a dirty businessman, man. There's nothing worse than the Hollywood actor scene was a dirty businessman. Like, you don't want the Hollywood actor seeing you as a dirty businessman, right? There's nothing better than them seeing you as a clean businessman. Now, Ivan's clean. His company's clean, 100% clean. Yeah, no dirty shit. Yeah. And you see Peter behind the scenes in the documentary, he's working so hard for me, man. But he's older now. The work is tougher on his body. Like, you'll see a difference when you see the Lord of the Rings documentary and you see the Xanus documentary. Peter Jackson's working harder for me than even the Lord of the Rings, but the work is tougher on his body. He's in his 70s now. He's older now. He's like 30-something years older than he was in Lord of the Rings, so the work is tougher on his body, but he's working really hard. Guillermo del Toro's working really hard because I pay those guys a lot of money, man. Mel's working hard. Randy Walsh is working hard. If I choose Mel, they're all working their ass off for me. Yeah. Because I'm going to pull Peter Jackson aside in the party or Mel Gibson. I'm like, Peter, please, I need this movie to be a masterpiece, man. All right, don't worry about it. The movie will make money. I'm like, Peter, it's not. I know the movie will make money. I'm not worried about the money. It's the art, the critical reception. I want this movie to be a masterpiece, Peter. I don't worry about it. We're going to make an amazing movie together. Peter pulls it off. He makes a masterpiece. Mel Gibson pulls it off. He makes a masterpiece. Yeah. Carson Sarah. Peter pulls it off, he makes a masterpiece, obviously. Yeah. Peter's this is gonna be buried by Lord of the Rings. I know Peter was buried by Lord of the Rings. Well, Ivan, seriously, man, this is going to top my Lord of the Rings, Ivan. I know, Peter. Maybe looking at a masterpiece of this. Yeah, 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 So you want Peter to have an assistant director? Yeah, I want Peter to have an assistant director. That way he's not stressed out, obviously. I think Guillermo Toro is the best man to help Peter as my assistant director. You pay Guillermo Toro a good $6 million for his base. You can give him like a $2 million sign bonus. A $1 million sign bonus for pre-production. He gets like his $5 million for production. You can give him like 250K post bonus, and you can give Guillermo Toro a good like 26, 27 million of royalties. Give him 27 million of the film profits. Guillermo Toro, that way he gets paid. Yeah. You can give him maybe $1.5 million for the game, and like $1 million for the merch. Get him that way he gets paid. He signs like a 36 million deal. Guillermo Toro gets paid, but if he gets greedy, he wants more money. I'm not paying more money. I'm like, Guillermo Toro, you're my assistant director. I'm not going to pay you any more than this. This is enough. It's a lot of money for me. I was imagining I don't even make it enough. Yeah, you sound like a 37 million deal, Guillermo Toro. It's a lot of money for you. That way he gets paid. He works hard for you. He's not making as much for his base, but I'm giving him a lot of money for the royalties. 27 million of the royalties. The way Guillermo Toro's happy, he gets paid. Obviously, he gets a good, nice paycheck. As an assistant director, he's not even my director. He's my assistant director. He'll be assisting Peter Jackson. And then I don't know which director Mel wants to assist him, obviously. Mel will have his assistant director too for the movie. Yeah. Yeah. My room's a mess. I have to clean it. Yeah. So Peter really worked harder for you than he did Lord of the Rings. Yeah, he will, but the work is tougher on his body. So he's working like hard, even harder than he even did for in Lord of the Rings. I pay him more money, but the work is tougher on his body because he's older now. He's in his 70s. Whereas when he did Lord of the Rings, he was in his late 30s, early 40s. He was a younger guy back then. Whereas now he's older. But he's working hard. He's more invested in my movie than he even was Lord of the Rings because I paid him more money. But what do you mean for Lord of the Rings? He only made $10 million for Lord of the Rings for his base, and he got $250 million of the profits for the. I think the movie as well as the merchandise in the game. We made $250 million. Peter off all that. Whereas for my company, he's making is like $850 million, 250 million for the merch in the game. Yeah, makes more money. That's why Peter works harder for me. Well, Gibson works harder for me because I pay those guys more money. Got some sour. Will this be long, Ivan? No, I'll talk for like 45 minutes. That's good enough. Yeah, man, your book is sick. What you showed us yesterday, we were hooked again. Yeah, I know. I'm saying this is a masterpiece, man. Yeah, I love the scene when Lithia was dancing with Takis. Yeah, I know. Takis is curious, like, yeah, why did your father give us free rooms to stay? She's like, I don't know. She's like, usually foreigners who came here have to pay to get their rooms. Something you said to him must have touched him to let you stay at his house. And Taki's like, yeah, well, we've come from Cyrus. She's like, I know you did. No, Lithia, you don't understand. Cyrus is really not Cyrus anymore. She's like, what do you mean? Like, what happened? Whatever it is, right? Yeah. Cyrus was marked by the wolves, right? Yeah. Oh, your book is sick, I know. Your Courage I'm Not is like a movie, I know. The Lithia scene's a bit more entertaining than the Bell scene, you can argue, right? When Bell talks with Pari, the Lithia scene's more entertaining, obviously. Yeah. Lithia scene's more entertaining. Yeah. I haven't chosen new scenes. No, man. I spoiled like 40% of line 1, 2, 3, guys. I'm not showing you shit. I spoiled enough of line 1 and 2 for you guys, man. No more scenes and no more re-snippets either. I'm not showing you guys anymore. I'm done right now. Was volume 3, you don't know shit. Yesterday I read the Ephesus scene. I was blown away by the scene, man. It's such an amazing scene. The Ephesus scene will blow your mind away, guys. That's cinema on the page. Arguably my greatest scene in the book, or you can argue the ancestor scene when you read the ancestor scene and the Ephesus scene are just as good, right? The ancestor scene in the end of walking with the ancestors, that's arguably better than the Ephesus scene, or it's just as good. It's just as good as the Ephesus scene. Yeah. You also have the speech before the war and the speech during the war. The speech before the war, man. That's cinema too. And there's other scenes that are cinematic too. I won't spoil so for you. See when we read the book, right? One time he's in agony, that's cinema, yeah. That's why the gates 100 about. I mean, Xanus is money. Xanus is money. money, man. Yeah, man. That's what the gates would control it. You know you have the keys. You know you did it, Ivan. You know. Yeah, I don't want Ivan living that life with me. That's gonna piss me off. I'm fucking envious. Yeah, they have envy, obviously. I don't want Ivan living that life with BJ. And being Kane, small Halloween movie. That's why they're envious. They want to sell. Yeah. Yeah. And they dumbed down my brain. They gave me this mental illness, man, because they fucked up my brain. I have brain damage. Fucking wicked people, yeah. What do they do to your brain, Ivan? Oh, they hammered my head and they knocked me out with a rock, and I had brain damage, and that's how I lost memory of Victoria Justice being my wife. Of me being, I had knowledge of me being God, knowledge of me having the keys, and they also dumbed me down. That's why I struggled in school my whole life. I was a stupid kid in school because they knew I was a very smart man. Yeah, Ivan's God's son. He's obviously a very smart man, and his father gave him the keys. Let's dumb down his brain and erase his memory with Victoria Justice. Hopefully, we can dupe him. That way, he's dumb and stupid. Give him a fuck up his brain. Give him a mental illness. We do this, he'll have a mental illness. Fuck up this guy's brain because of wicked people. Yeah. Give him a mental illness. And I have psychosis, schizophrenia, obviously. Yeah. Yeah. So you feel like coming out, Ivan, is part of your mental illness? Of course it is. I have brain damage. I have a mental illness, man. I'm there in the head, but I have mental problems, man. I'm a bit fucked up in the head. Sometimes I feel like coming out and everything. Like I'm fucked up in the brain. They gave me the mental illness because they're wicked people, man. Yeah, man. Yeah, I don't want Ivan to have a healthy brain and be smart at school. I want him to be stupid and lose my regulatory justice. Fuck up this guy's brain. Hit his head with a hammer or knock him out with a rock. And give him a mental illness. That way his brain is a mess and fuck up his brain. Yeah, because they're wicked people. Yeah. Their hope was hopefully if Ivan's stupid, he won't be able to own a brand or write a book or something like that. But my father protected me, even though I'm not that smart of a guy. The gift did not go away. The mental illness turned into my creative genius, man. Yeah, I'm gonna use your mental illness and turn it into a creative genius. And I wrote my master's with Xanus, and Xanus is a masterpiece. Got some siren. Yeah, that's why they were shocked when they read my Zane's book, and that's why they hacked my laptop. Immediately right after they threw me in the hospital, they hacked my laptop. And my file got deleted on that computer. My old laptop, my old Dell laptop that I had, right? It got deleted, my file on that computer. Yeah. I had to rewrite it. And I saved the file on my Hotmail, and I never made that mistake again, obviously. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, if the families didn't knock you out with a rock, you never would have had. Yeah, I never would have had a mental illness. I would have been a smart kid in school, man. Probably would have gotten my straight A's, my 80s and my 90s in school. I would have been smart. Yeah. So that's why you struggle at school. Yeah, because they dumbed down my brain, and everyone at school knew, obviously. Yo, Ivan's actually a naturally smart man. He's God's son, but the Gates fucked up his brain. That's why he's stupid in school. Yeah, that's why I struggled in school because they knocked me out of the rock. I had brain damage. They dumbed down my brain. As I went online, getting knocked out can cause cognitive brain damage. It can affect your learning abilities. Yeah, that's why they knocked me on the rock to dumb down my brain. Why never enjoy justice? Why never me being God, having the keys? And in doing so, that caused a mental illness. But God used my mental illness and turned that into me being a creative genius, honestly. I was able to remember class was Xanus. Yeah. The gift never went away, right? Yeah. Yeah, we know you're naturally a smart man. The gates just damaged your brain, yeah. Even though they damaged my brain and I'm pretty stupid, obviously, I have the street smarts. As I guarantee you guys were blown away by my CFL videos, the Hollywood videos. Like, I have the wisdom of God, man. The street smarts are there. I'm still not that smart, but I have street smarts. I know my shit, obviously. Yeah, we were blown away by your CFL videos, Ivan. You put those Board of Governors to shame, their arguments to shame. Yes, I did. I put the arguments to shame the Board of Governors for the CFL, right? Yeah. 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 Oh, I work tomorrow. I'll get over with tomorrow, right? I go to work at 8, it's 2:30, and I'm done my shift. I get my 6 days off again. Yeah. So the Gates are probably shocked that you pulled it off. Yeah, they were shocked, obviously. Yeah, I don't get it. Like, we dumbed down Ivan's brain. He's stupid. Obviously, he has a mental illness, and yet I read his sections of his book, and this is the greatest story ever told. It's unique and special. Fuck, man, the gift never went away. Yeah, they were shocked. They were pissed off, obviously. That's why they hacked my laptop. Yeah, we did whatever we could to fuck up his brain, give him mental illness, and damage his brain. Now that Ivan's stupid. But yet he was able to write a unique fantasy novel. There's something special about his book. How the fuck did he do that? Yeah, his fault. The gift never went away. Yeah, the gift still stayed. Yes, the gift never went away. Obviously. Ivan, do you think you having a mental illness has a part to play with you being a great genius? Yes. I believe it does, obviously. Me having a mental illness has a part to play with me being a creative genius. But my father gave me the heavenly gift when I was born. Yeah, I'm pretty stupid. I'm not that smart, but the gift never went away. The gift stayed. That's how I was able to write my master's. That's what I'm saying. That's why they were shocked, obviously. Yeah, I don't get it. We dumbed on Ivan's brain, but he's a fucking great genius. He wrote a fucking masterpiece, man. When they read Sexual Robot, this is a fucking masterpiece. This is the greatest story ever told. This is a special book. Hack that laptop and delete that file. And they hacked my laptop and they deleted it, man. I remember one day I woke up and I tried logging into my computer and the screen just went black. It just went black randomly. I'm like, yeah, they hacked it. I'm not stupid. I knew they hacked my laptop, yeah. That's how powerful they are, Ivan. They're so powerful they can do shit to prevent you from being king, right? Because they're rich and powerful people, obviously. Yeah. Yeah, man. Yeah. Yeah. That's what's aims to be the greatest trans novel written, guys. And the greatest movie children have made. Yeah. Portia is kind of Ivan, are you bluffing, man? Is your whole book really entertaining? Yes, guys, I'm not lying to you guys. My whole book is entertaining when you read it. It's constant entertainment for hours when you read the book, man. Better than Lord of the Rings, Harry Potter, and Game of Thrones. It's a masterpiece. Yeah. It's an amazing movie. Amazing book. As is the kind of book you can't put down. Once you read it, you're going to be hooked for hours from the page. You're going to binge read the whole thing in one day, or you'll binge read a volume a day at least, or maybe two volumes in one day. You binge, and the second day you finish volume three, you're going to be hooked during the page for hours. It's a masterpiece. It is when you read it. That's why the games won't control, but that money is mine, and it's for me, PJ. Anyways, guys, here's where you guys on the show. It's I'm saying out peace. Peace out, guys. Hope you guys on the show. Don't hate him, saying peace out.